Okay, this is on. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. As a lot of you know, I graduated from LSR last year, 2019 batch, with a degree in journalism honors, and I've also made a lot of videos about LSR, such as the LSR campus tour and my farewell video, and a couple of other videos and vlogs have featured college once in a while. So I think it's a well-known fact for everyone who's been tuned in for a while that I graduated from LSR, but also a lot of other people have found me through LSR. Essentially what that means is that I got a lot of questions related to LSR, the admission process, the hostel, courses, scope after graduation and all that jazz. Over the past 1.5 years, when I started receiving these questions, I tried to answer as many as I could directly, but there are still so many people DMing me and messaging me, and like when I say so many, like I mean it. So now that DU has finally released the application form for this academic session, I decided that why not make a holistic video for this topic. I hope that the answers I give you help you out. Before we start with this video though, I have one disclaimer. I know in one of my older videos when I was getting into college, I said the fact that you should reach out to as many people as you can over the internet. Try Facebook, try Instagram, anywhere that you can find people who are currently in that college or have recently graduated. You should definitely reach out to them with any kind of queries you may have regarding the course, the faculty. It's very important to know what kind of faculty is going to be teaching you, what your scope is after graduating from that particular college with that particular course, and any kinds of other doubts you might have regarding the college to these kind of people. From what I have noticed, if you reach out to someone with a genuine query, 99% of the time people always try and respond back. However, I don't think you should reach out to people who have graduated more than 2 or 2.5, 3 years ago, because the thing is, with college admissions and things like these, the process can change a lot, you know, and considering the fact that we're in the digital era right now, the process, the course structure, the papers that you might take, they may not change drastically, but there could be certain things you might miss out on because of the information you're getting could potentially be outdated. When it comes to minute details like, hey, what is the deadline for XYZ course? Someone who's graduated 2-3 years ago may not be able to give you the right answer, and I'm not even sure if they'd be willing to go to the college website, check it for you and give you the accurate information. However, there are so many helping people who could potentially help you, but for these particular things you should always try to be self-sufficient, and the best way to do that is, I'm gonna tell you, go to the official website of LSR, try and find information there. I was just browsing through it a couple of days ago and I think it's pretty straightforward. Even after going through the college website, if you're not able to figure out something, on the top right corner or the top, somewhere in the top, an email and a phone number is given, so feel free to write them an email with all of your doubts listed systematically, and I'm sure you'll get an answer back. That being said, let's get started with this video. This video will be divided into 2 parts. The first part are questions that I got from you guys which are non-journal questions, like not related to the journalism department which I graduated from, and the second part is gonna be me giving you a general overview of the journalism department, because a lot of questions I got were particularly about journalism. A lot of them were very overlapping, like the same things were being asked, so I'll just make like a general 2-minute overview summary of what the journalism department at LSR is like and whether or not you should get admitted to it. The first question is, I want to take admission in LSR, so can you tell me the official website of LSR College? Yes, the first link in the description will be the official website of Lady Shri Ram College. After that, I'm going to be putting in a lot of links from the website itself, like the college exam fee link or the scholarship page link and stuff like that, so feel free to go through that. Great first question. Second, does LSR offer a master's degree in journalism? No, actually LSR does not offer a master degree in journalism. However, it has other courses that it conducts postgraduate courses for, which are English, Hindi, History, Maths, Philosophy, Political Science, Psychology, Sanskrit and Statistics. So unfortunately right now we don't have a master's course for journalism, but you can look at colleges like Xavier's Institute of Communication, ACJ, Jamia, IIMC, IIMC and a couple of other great colleges in India. If you want to pursue a specialization in your masters for journalism, can you opt for other subjects in addition to the one you're majoring in? Yes, but you don't get a separate degree for it as far as I know. So essentially what happens when you get admitted to LSR, you will be asked to pick a general elective, which is basically this one subject that you study for the first and second year of being in college and not in the third year. So because you study this subject for 2 years, it's kind of considered as a minor, but as I said, you do not get a separate degree for it. After your graduation, after the 3 years of you being in college, the transcript you will get, one of the papers and one of the subjects for each year will be the subject that you choose as your general elective. The credits for this general elective are the same as your core paper. So for journalism, my transcript, I think all of my core papers for each semester was 6 credits each, and my GE over the first and second year, which is 4 semesters in total, also had 6 credits. So it's treated as a core paper, but obviously you don't get a separate degree in it, but I think it's a great chance for you to study something in depth that you may want to later on major in, or maybe want to explore after your graduation, and something that gives you an opportunity to step outside from your course and study something completely different, something that gives you an opportunity to maybe take another course that will supplement your major course. When my super seniors, also if you don't know, super seniors are people who are in the third year when you are in your first year, and your seniors are people who are just a year above you. So when my super seniors were in college and they were asked for a general elective, they were given the freedom to pick a different GE for each of their semesters. So in their first semester, somebody who's doing journalism could pick political science. In their second semester, they could pick philosophy. In their third semester, so on. Like, you can pick from a lot of different courses. But when I got into college, and I think I was told that this started when my batch got into college, they said that you have to pick one GE, and that's what it remains for the first year and the second year. So all 4 semesters I had to study psychology. But does it look like I regret it? Absolutely not. I had a gala time. Psych department, LSR. Next question. Is there any entrance exam for mass media? No, there is no entrance exam for mass media. You get in on the basis of your percentage, best of 4. However, there is one college, I think it's IPW, Indraprastha College for Women, which comes under DU, which does conduct an entrance test for their graduate courses, if I'm not wrong. But go through their website and you'll find out. But for LSR, there is no entrance test for journalism. Hey, I want to ask that B.Ed students and बाकी सभी की freshers party भी साथ ही होती है क्या? And can anybody take part in Western dance or club or other clubs, whether they are from any stream? I love how the freshers party is your concern. It's awesome. I love it. But नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि B.Ed स्टूडेंट्स की और बाकी सबकी फ्रेशर्स पार्टी साथ में होती है. सो ऐसा होता है कि जब आप कॉलेज जाते हो, जब आप एक्सेप्ट हो जाते हो कॉलेज में, फर्स्ट डे एक ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम होता है जो कि सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स के बच्चों के साथ होता है. ठीक है, तो वो आपका एक जनरल इंट्रोडक्शन होता है कॉलेज के लिए. एक स्पीच होती है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम होता है जो कि इम्पोर्टेंट है. ट्राई करना कि आप लोग उसको ना मिस करें. इस ओरिएंटेशन के बाद कुछ 1 महीने के स्पैन में आपका जो डिपार्टमेंट यूनियन होता है, जो कि स्टूडेंट्स में से ही इलेक्ट होता है, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड ईयर में से होता है वो यूनियन, तो वो आपके सीनियर्स ही होंगे. वो आपके डिपार्टमेंट के लिए एक फ्रेशर्स पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे जो कि बाकी डिपार्टमेंट्स के साथ नहीं होती है. तो आपकी डिपार्टमेंट पार्टी सिर्फ आपके डिपार्टमेंट के लोगों के साथ होगी, फ्रेशर्स पार्टी. Also, you'll have a formal freshers which will happen on college premises, and you'll have an informal freshers, but you don't need to worry about it. आपको इसके बारे में बता दिया जाएगा. आपके यूनियन या आपके सीनियर्स आपको इसके बारे में सारी जानकारी दे देंगे. So I hope you have fun at the party. Don't pass out. And can anybody take part in Western dance club or other clubs, whether they are from any stream? Absolutely. The college clubs and college societies are something that are always accepting. Some of them hold rounds and auditions for you to take part in it, and once you are a part of it, you can't exactly leave it for the whole academic session. But then there are other free societies like Elective, which holds audition for every single performance that they have to go for. But basically what I'm trying to say is this, that LSR has a lot of societies and clubs like dramatics, elocution, debating society, quiz society, XYZ, there's a lot, Western dance society, choreo, and regardless of आपका stream क्या है, आप उसमें part ले सकते हैं. No questions asked. Next question. Can I take geography honors in Lady Shri Ram College? No, actually, LSR does not offer a bachelor's course in geography. I will be mentioning all of the courses that LSR does offer here on the screen right now. Unfortunately, geography is not a part of it right now, so you can check out other colleges under DU. For commerce, SRCC or LSR, which is best? I'm from LSR, so I'm always gonna say LSR. On a serious note, I have heard great things about SRCC. It is a brilliant college with like brilliant people and faculty from what I have heard. So just work hard, and once you get admitted to both, or like have an opportunity to be admitted in both, then you can ask around and figure out. Because मुझे SRCC के बारे में इतना नहीं पता, but commerce in LSR is pretty brilliant from what I have heard. क्या LSR हॉस्टल से बाहर जाने दिया जाता है, जैसे घूमने फ्रेंड्स के साथ? यस, ऑफ कोर्स. अगर आप हॉस्टल में हैं तो आपको जैसे 4:30, अगर आपकी लेट क्लासेस होती है तो 4:30 आपकी लास्ट क्लास होगी. उसके आगे मुझे नहीं लगता कोई क्लासेस होती हैं. बट अगर आपकी 4:30 क्लासेस खत्म हो रही हैं, उसके बाद आप कुछ घंटे के लिए घूमने फिरने जा सकते हो. यू आर नॉट आंसरेबल टू एनीवन. लेकिन कर्फ्यू होता है. मुझे श्योरली नहीं पता कि किस टाइम तक होता है, बट आई डोंट थिंक 8 या 7:30 के बाद आप बाहर रह सकते हैं बिना अपने हॉस्टल वार्डन को बताए या उनसे परमिशन लिए. एंड अगर आपको नाइट आउट करना है, लाइक आप रात भर वापस नहीं आ रहे हैं हॉस्टल, देन एक स्लिप होती है. मुझे एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता, बट मेरे काफ़ी फ्रेंड्स हॉस्टल में थे. वो स्लिप आपको अपने हॉस्टल वार्डन से, लोकल गार्डियंस वगैरह से साइन करा के, एंड आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं, सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन हॉस्टल वार्डन को देनी होती है. आप तभी बाहर जा सकते हैं. मंथ में ऐसे कुछ लिमिटेड टाइम्स आप बाहर जा सकते हैं. एंड अगर आप गार्डियन के घर जा रहे हैं तो वो भी आपको बता के जाना होता है, तो उसके लिए भी प्रॉपर प्रोसेस है. लेकिन अगर आप 7, 7:30 तक, आई थिंक 8 तक भी, इफ एनीवन फ्रॉम LSR is watching this, please comment below and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think अगर आप 8 बजे तक बाहर हैं तो उसके लिए आपको किसी को बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. एंड हॉस्टल में जहाँ तक मैंने सुना है, हर रात में रोल कॉल होता है. तो अगर आप सोच रहे हैं कि आप बाहर रह जाएंगे और किसी को पता नहीं लगेगा, पता लग जाएगा, बट ठीक है, ऐसे भी करना चाहिए लाइफ. नहीं करना चाहिए. नो क्या सिखा रही है? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. प्लीज टेल मी हाउ टू गेट एडमिशन इन LSR फॉर BA जर्नलिज्म. सो आई एम गोना give you the steps in a very simplified way. Basically, first step is to fill up your DU application, जो कि अब आई थिंक 2 या 3 दिन पहले DU ने अपने एप्लीकेशंस स्टार्ट कर दिए हैं. तो आप जाके पहले वो फिल करिए. उसमें आपको बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन डालनी पड़ेगी कि आपने 10th कहाँ से किया, 12th कहाँ से किया, कौन से सब्जेक्ट में आपके कितने मार्क्स आए हैं. आपको प्रेफरेंस वाइज अपने कोर्सेज लिखने हैं, एंड कॉलेजेस भी लिखने होते हैं. शायद कॉलेजेस नहीं लिखने होते, शायद सिर्फ कोर्सेज लिखने होते हैं प्रेफरेंस वाइज. जब मैं अप्लाई कर रही थी 2016 में, तो फॉर्म में ऐसा कुछ लिमिट नहीं था, तो मैंने कोर्सेज वाले लिस्ट में सब कुछ भर दिया था. तो मेरा फर्स्ट मैंने भरा था जर्नलिज्म, सेकंड भरा था साइकोलॉजी ऑनर्स, फिर थर्ड इंग्लिश, पॉल साइंस, हिस्ट्री करके मैंने पूरा भर दिया था. तो आप भी भर सकते हैं, क्योंकि 2016 में व्हाट हैपेंड विद अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल इज दिस, दैट दे ओनली मेंशन्ड द वन कोर्स दैट दे वांटेड टू टेक and not anything else. And what happened, they did not end up fulfilling the cutoff for that particular course, and then they could not apply to any other course because previously they had not filled out other subjects in their form. So that was just such a stupid thing on DU's part also, because that should be a column that should be editable. After you fill in the form, you have to basically wait for the cutoff lists, which are going to come in phases. Every 2 or 3 days a new cutoff list will be released, if I'm not wrong. And if you are meeting the criteria for a particular course in a particular college and the cutoff, then you have to take all of your documents, जो कि उस वेबसाइट में ही लिखा होगा, DU के वेबसाइट में, your transcript, your TC, your date of birth, all of these documents. Take it in a folder, go to the college, and then people will guide you as to how to go through the admission. And then that's it. हो गया आपका admission. Ha. Can you please tell me about the subjects which are studied under BA Psychology Honours? Please tell me something about the syllabus of psychology. Also tell me your point of view to the syllabus and content of Psychology Honours. Okay, so a lot of times I talk about psych in my videos, like me studying psych in psychology in LSR, me studying psychology in LSR, but it was not my major, it was my general elective. So the subjects I had would be very different from the subjects that you would be studying if you are doing your bachelors in psychology. But I did find a document online about the revised course structure and syllabus for Psychology Honours. I will put it in the description, feel free to check it out. Why I can't comment on the syllabus is because I have not studied it, so I can't tell you if it's simple, if it's hard, will it be easy for you to learn, stuff like that. But from what I have heard, general elective was a lot more simplified and mellow compared to what people who are actually doing psychology honours, BA Psychology Honours were studying. They were doing practicals and they were constantly doing a lot of, as I said, practicals and heavy work. So I can't comment on that, but what I can comment on, you're gonna get a brilliant faculty if you wish to do Psychology Honours in LSR. Next question, how are the political science subjects dealt with there? Again, I am not fully sure, but all of the pol science students I have spoken to, very well read. Could be personal factors, could also be a contribution from the college's end and the department's end. I don't know, but I've only heard good things about pol science in LSR. So the departments that I've heard really good things from the students, which is how you actually can tell if the college and the course and the department is good or not, is if the students praise it or not. Okay, that's not particularly the case for all courses, but English, I've heard only praises from English students about the department, their faculty. Psych, I've heard only praises. Political science, I've heard only praises, and so yeah, do that. What are the Does LSR provide practical in mass communication? We do have practicals in the form of, like, we made a PSA in second year, we made a documentary kind of thing, but not exactly a documentary, but kind of like a documentary thing in the third year. And when we were doing radio production, one of our professors, he was a really good professor, he got a software to class and he taught us how to use it and all of that stuff. But yeah, practical's a little weak. A lot of things are actually weak in the journalism department, but we will talk about it later. Next question. Hey, could you please elaborate a bit on the English department at LSR? Is it at par with the Department of English at Miranda House and Hindu? How will I know if it is at par with Miranda House and Hindu? The Elsa in me wants to say no, obviously not, but I would not know that. And also I've not studied English there, but as I said previously, students only have good things to say about the English department. So that is your answer. Now we're going to move on to the section wherein I talk about the journalism department, because I've gotten a lot of questions about the journalism department, and as I said before, the topics are pretty overlapping. They are career scope in journalism after your graduation, my general review about the department, what are the placements like in your third year, and will you be given internships, so stuff like that. First thing is career scope after doing a journalism degree. I don't think this particularly pertains to just LSR, but just a general, what does your future look like after you do journalism? See, always keep in mind that you don't have to do what you have been studying. I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of kids get forced into, कि तुमने तो यही पढ़ा है, तुम्हें इसी में जॉब करनी पड़ेगी. पढ़ते time during the process, if you figure out this is not for you, don't be afraid to switch streams, figure out an alternative, and that's what I'm gonna put out there. Essentially, this is called a journalism course, but it was a very eclectic, very wholesome kind of a course we did. Not just hardcore journalism stuff and hardcore journalism papers, but we did a lot of other fun media stuff like documentary production, radio production, new media, advanced new media, stuff like that, which is not particularly something that comes under the umbrella of your traditional journalism. It was a very eclectic course, essentially what I'm trying to say. So अगर आपको लगता है कि आप journalism करने के बाद आपको सिर्फ news, it's not like that. After doing journalism, you can obviously go for different things which comes under the broad umbrella of media, which is one, obviously hardcore journalism, and two, entertainment, which is where like I am currently working. Let's talk about hardcore journalism from the idea that I have. Also, anyone who's watching this video who has more knowledge, please add to it, because obviously my knowledge is not, full and the best, and just add up. Hardcore journalism you can do in the form of print, digital, visual, TV, all of that stuff. When I was getting into college, I thought that I'm gonna do these 3 years, and then so I always wanted to be a news reporter. Okay, like not even reporter. I didn't want to be a field reporter, even though I would have loved it. But I don't want to be a field reporter. I wanted to be an anchor. Okay, which like now I know is not as prestigious as being a field reporter, but whatever. Okay, I wanted to be an anchor, and I thought कि मैं 3 साल का कोर्स करूँगी, उसके बाद मैं तो इतना अच्छा बोल ही लेती हूँ, मुझे तो कोई टीवी पे डाल ही देगा. But unfortunately, that is not the case. You have to rise above the ranks, and you have to work really, really hard to attain your goal. I'm not saying it's not possible. Absolutely don't take it in that way. Like, it is definitely possible, but you just need to be a little in touch with reality and essentially just not be like me. As of now, if I tell you stuff, it won't really make sense, but I've given you some broad, very broad. इसके अंदर भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो आप कर सकते हैं, but very broad streams of what you can do after journalism. Of course, as you progress through the course, you will get a lot more clarity as to what you like more, what do you have a passion for, and you will gain more information as in when you go through the process. Second topic, my general review of studying journalism at LSR. Now, I know in a lot of my older videos and a couple of DMs that I've sent back to you guys for your queries, I've said that try and avoid doing journalism at LSR, take in English instead, and then go for a specialization or something like that. But I think that's because my experience in particular was not the best. Do not get me wrong, the college is awesome. Like, getting into LSR can be one of the best things that could happen to you in your life, because no, I'm not hyping it up. Like, it's not the end of the world if you don't end up getting into LSR, but if you do get the opportunity to attend LSR for any course, I think you should do that, because this college completely transforms you for the better. It makes you independent, makes you confident, and just colleges in general are an experience in itself. Yeah, they teach you so much. The people at LSR, of course, not everyone's going to be uniform, not everyone's going to have the same kind of thought patterns, of course, but by and large, the people you meet in LSR, regardless of their personal beliefs, they're very helping, very they believe in the process of building each other up. Of course, there's competition. How could there not be competition? But everyone here believes in that kind of sisterhood and like kind of hyping each other up and just learning more, doing more, being more aware, and just it's a great college to be in. Okay, coming back to the department particularly, why I had a bad experience, many reasons, a lot of them we will not discuss here because #controversy, but I think when I left school and I was getting into college, I had this perception that college would be pretty similar to school. Okay, we'd be spoon-fed, not exactly spoon-fed, but we would be constantly monitored, we would be constantly in class. I just thought it would be a lot of intense studying, but when I actually got to college in the first month or so, I realized that is not the case. The professors come and go when they please, not exactly when they please, but yeah, it's dheela compared to school. Like, school, you cannot imagine your teacher just not showing up without giving you a warning beforehand. Professors will turn up, professors might not turn up, you might get notes. If you're able to get notes, you might not be able to get. So basically it was like a culture shock for me, because in my head, as I told you, I thought journalism department will be like a lot of intense studying, but it was absolutely not that. So that was my first discouragement, which was not from any particular person, just stupid expectations that I had set for myself. But of course, like, considering that I had read about LSR and about journalism at LSR for so long, I thought it would be a lot more enriching academically, but it was not. Okay. That being said, it's not like being a journalism student at LSR did not teach me anything. Of course, there are things that I did not know, I could not know as an 18-year-old that the department has taught me. I met some really wonderful people in the department who had skills, from whom I had learned stuff over the course of the 3 years. So all in all, I would say it was not that bad of an experience now that I look back at it 1.5 years after graduating. But if you are solely looking at an academic experience, a watertight academic experience with nothing else, then I would suggest you pick Kamala Nehru College or DCAC and all of these other colleges. Please keep in mind the fact that LSR is a brand name, and regardless of what the ground situation is and what's actually happening inside of the classrooms, that brand name remains. So if your CV says LSR, even though I think this attitude is changing a lot, but abhi tak to similar hi hai, I think. If your CV says LSR, there's just this impression of you that will be there. But also keep in mind the fact that even if your CV says journalism honors from LSR and you go into, a news organization to give an interview and you don't know the basic skills that they're asking you for, and the basic things that they're asking you for, and basically if you're just not well read and well versed with your subject, obviously you won't get the job regardless of the brand name. So it's like a very grey-ish area. You don't know whether this will be a benefit or not. But I would personally suggest that if you want to get into print and all of that stuff, particularly, doing English at LSR would be a lot better than doing journalism, because the journalism department at LSR can be a little bit discouraging. That being said, it's not really bad. It's good. I learned a lot of things from there. Not a lot of non-academic things as well, like dealing with stuff, dealing with people, raising your voice for what's right and all of that stuff. But generally, the department, if you are ready for the 3 years to make efforts by yourself, okay, this is very important. If you are ready to go out and fetch good internships, if you are ready to read constantly and keep yourself updated, if you are ready to study before classes and ask your doubts to professors, try and make the best of having them in class, then I think it's a wonderful course, and then I think you should go for it. But unfortunately, that's not what a college experience looks like for a lot of us. We think that we will just learn stuff, but that's not how it works, which I wish I knew back in first year, but I didn't, which is why it was a discouraging experience for me. But if you are looking to get into production later on, or entertainment, or hardcore journalism, you can definitely do journalism, subject to the condition that you're ready to make 100% efforts on your end throughout college and try and make the best of it. My camera died, but anyway, the next topic was that of internships and placements. So internships, if you sign up for the placement cell internships, you will regularly get updates about all of the companies that are either offering virtual internships or part-time internships or in-office internships. Now please note that you're only allowed to do in-office internships during your winter break and summer break, and other than that you're not really allowed to do in-office internships, because that will obviously make you miss classes, and LSR is really big on attendance. If your attendance is under 75 or 70%, you will literally have no other option but to skip one of your core papers, which is just bad. But don't stress out about it. Try and maintain a good attendance from the beginning of the semester itself. But that being said, internships come in 3 different forms, as I just said: virtual, part-time, and in-office. You just have to sign up for alerts from the placement cell and you will get internships. Please read the emails that come from the placement cell. I cannot emphasize this enough. I absolutely had no idea कि ऐसे placement cell के कोई emails भी होते हैं first year में. So obviously I missed out on a lot of opportunities, but try and keep an eye out for that. For placements, again, you will be getting alerts via the placement cell emails only, and placement emails you'll start getting in the beginning of your 3rd year, I think, not before that. For journalism in particular, we had some companies come last year. The biggest and I think the most significant one of them was The Print, which is an alternative journalism organization. It was started just recently, and they offered the highest package for journo kids, if I'm not wrong. And other than that, there's a high demand for content writers for journalism kids. I think that's the kind of role that comes very often for journo kids, for both internships as well as placements. But by and largely, if you're looking at a very, very good placement after doing journalism, that might not be the case, because I'm talking about the past 2-3 years. I spoke to a lot of seniors as well and saw what the case was in my year. We didn't have a lot of companies come in, like as in for other departments, like all these mathsy departments, you have all these big companies, McKinsey, Bain, all these big companies come. But for journalism, we don't have TV channels. So somebody asked me if Aaj Tak, Z News. First of all, why do you want to work in Z News? Like, no.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
NDTV, these companies do not particularly come in for placements. I mean, they did not in my year. I don't know, they might next year, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So for a job, you might have to go out and hunt yourself, and also be assured that with a simple bachelor's in journalism, you may have to be really, really good at your job. You may have to be really, really polished in whatever field you want to go in, and be well read and well versed. Only then will you get a job, because the expectations that media houses have from us is very, very high, and I don't know if journalism at LSR will be able to give you that if you do not make efforts from yourself, which I think is true for a lot of courses. Agar aap khud efforts nahi karoge, then you won't get a result for it. But that's that. That is that. This is the video. I've actually been wanting to make this video for so long, like you will not believe. For the past 1 year, a lot of these questions I got like 8 months ago. So I think you guys must be applying for this year only. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope this helped solve some of your doubts. Write in your questions under this video. I will try to answer as many as I can, but please keep in mind that I get way too many DMs about LSR inquiries, and while I try and answer every single one of them, a lot of them unfortunately go unread, and I'm really, really sorry for that. But I actually started working back in December, and I'm trying to do YouTube, so I don't always get the time to respond to all of y'all's DMs, but I try my level best. And I hope you get into LSR, man, because if you stuck around till now, then I think you must have a real passion for LSR. So I hope you get into the college. I hope you have a good time. Make sure that you work hard academically, like, because you won't get anywhere if you don't work hard. I mean, no, what is this? What are you preaching? No, you will get somewhere in life. It's okay. Matlab, keep it a good mix of academics and, you know, extracurricular and stuff like that. That's what I was trying to say. It's really hot. It's really hot. I need to turn on the AC. Subscribe. Send this video to whoever might need this. I make many other videos on my channel. I make vlogs. I make funny videos. So go ahead and watch those, and I will see you guys next time, and hopefully maybe someday in college, because after the lockdown I think I'm going to go to college, because I'm missing Nescafe coffee. Also, if you are an LSR enthusiast and you want some inspiration to study hard for your 12th or 11th or whatever, there's like a college tour video I uploaded a while ago. Go and watch it, because that's what gives me inspiration to study for my masters. Like, I just keep looking at, you know, college tour videos, and that gives me inspiration. So I hope my video gives you inspiration, and I'm gonna go now. So I'll see you later.